Hi there. Yeah, it's me again, back again. My great grandmother on my father's side came and visited my wife and I the other day, which was a bit of a surprise actually, because she's been dead for about 30 years. But it was okay. We put down dust sheets, and my wife and I have got a brand new Dyson Hoover, which has got marvellous suction power, so it was fine. Yeah, so that was that. And I was walking down the street the other day, and coming towards me was this huge male gorilla, absolutely massive, and it was wearing a pair of Y fronts. You know, those sort of pants with the Y in the front, which is why they're called Y fronts. Huge pair of Y fronts, and they were a sort of hideous purpley red colour, and they had a slogan on them saying "Save the whale," and I was quite stunned actually, because I thought to myself, I must give up drinking alcohol eventually. Anyway, I was introduced to a word recently. I'd never heard this word before. Wokes or wokists, and it was the famous actor, musician Lawrence Fox, who mentioned this word on Question Time, and he's been quite. It was mentioned in a sort of controversial way, and his views were quite controversial apparently, and since then he's been appearing in a lot of various sort of talk shows, expressing his views about wokes and wokists. Now, I mean, it's purely a coincidence that he's got a new album out that he's promoting. Maybe one of his songs, or "Woke Me Up Before You Go" or something, or cover version or something. But yeah, he's been on, and he's been talking about wokists and how they are zealots, and they put their opinions on people. It's apparently wokists are people who seem to be very aware of prejudicial issues such as like racism, religious bigotry, homophobia, etc. And according to Lawrence Fox, the famous actor musician, they put their opinions upon people, and so what he was doing was going on to various chat shows and putting his opinion on people. Pot and kettle maybe. Anyway, and he was quoting such luminaries as that sort of seemed to agree with him, such as Douglas Murray and Julia Hartley-Brewer, and he was on Peter Whittle's show. Peter Whittle, formerly of UKIP, but sort of apparently left UKIP because he didn't like the way Gerald Batten was running it, which is semantics really. But so he was formerly of UKIP. You know that UKIP, the party with the good, evenly balanced views of life, and these are the kind of people that he was quoting, and but he also said that Donald Trump was a very, very funny guy, and I thought, yeah, I mean, who can forget the famous "all Mexicans bar none are rapists and drug dealers"? That great one line. Yeah, I mean, hang on, does that not make Donald Trump a wokist? Because if all he sees when he sees Mexicans is rapists and drug dealers, does that not make him a wokist? And going by Lawrence Fox, that well-known actor, musician guy, does that not make him Donald Trump a wokist? And indeed, Boris Johnson, because every time he sees a worker, all he thinks about is letterboxes and bank robbers. So does that make Boris Johnson a wokist? And so maybe Lawrence Fox, that well-known actor slash musician slash woke spotter, is right. Maybe there's loads of wokists about, you know. Like there's a plague of wokists, you know, because the Bible did. I mean, I'm a Catholic. You know, the Bible did warn us of a plague of wokists, and also warned us of false prophets, mind you, as well. So, I mean, I come from the west of Scotland, and the west of Scotland's got a religious bigotry problem. I've seen it for myself. But does that make me a wokist? I mean, maybe I'm a wokist because I see this religious bigotry, you know, and maybe even I'm a bigot. But you know, I'm a Catholic, my wife's a Protestant. We married for 35 years. How has that survived? It's incredible, you know. There I'm marching up and down the living room in my Republican uniform, and my wife's marching up and down in her loyalist uniform. We're shouting abuse at each other, and we're still together after 35 years. So, are we wokists? You know, but going with the famous actor, musician, woke spotter, evangelist, Lawrence Fox. Does that make us wokists? Because as I say, the Bible did it warned us of plague of wokists, and it also warned of false prophets as well. So, do you know, there's an old saying, the higher a monkey climbs, the more it shows its arse. Anyway, I saw a story recently that Greggs have teamed up with Just Eat so that they can have their goodies delivered to people's doors, and they're hoping to be able to provide this UK-wide by the end of the year. And I thought, if only there was a shop that people could go into, you know, and buy these artery clogging goodies, but get exercise at the same time. You know, they could actually walk to the shop and get exercise before they eat these artery clogging goodies, instead of just sitting in the house not getting exercise and then stuffing their face with these artery clogging goodies. Sorry, hang on. I'm going to phone my takeaway. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Yes. Is that McDonald's? Yeah. Could I have a triple bacon cheeseburger, and also a Big Mac, and a bucket full of chips? Yeah, that'd be great. And could Lorraine with the big bosoms come round and feed me them? You know, so that I don't need to use a fork because I'm too lazy. Right, good. So much will that be, including delivery and the opportunity to ogle Lorraine's big bosoms? Right, good. Yeah, excellent. Yeah. Thanks very much. Thank you. Well, that's easy. That I don't need to. That saved me getting up out of the chair. Oh no, wait a minute, I'll need to get up out of the chair to answer the door. Shoot, isn't life complicated? And then I'll put the phone back. Yeah. Anyway, the ball came over, and so I chested it down, juggled it my knees a bit, and then I did a sort of wee drop of the shoulder. I sent the left back that way, and I went that way. Played a lovely 1-2 with Shostakovich, slipped it through to Rachmaninoff, but he shot wide, which was unfortunate. But in his post-match analysis, Alan Shearer was very critical. He said that what I should have done was I should have played the ball out wide to Chopin, who was in a nice position, in a sort of grid that Alan had painted on the pitch. Alan had been out just before the game, painted this grid on the pitch, like there, and said, I should have put the ball out there to Chopin. And also I should have been pressing sort of higher up the pitch, but I didn't do that, and it was quite hurtful, the criticism that he gave me. And anyway, I was driving to Springcare's retail park the other day, which is a retail park just outside Stirling, and I saw a road sign that said, for the Battle of Bannockburn, follow the A91. And I thought, they still fighting that one? God, they're dragging that out a bit. It started on the 23rd of June 1314. It's been going on quite some time. Still, I suppose, now that we've got a decent sort of road network, it'll let the armies get to and from the battlefield a lot easier. I was just thinking that in Scotland we get gum disease. See the people in Yorkshire, do they get EBA gum disease? Now that was a joke. Not a brilliant joke, it was a joke, nevertheless. And it's not as good as the Roy Chubby Brown version. The black people in Yorkshire get EBA gum disease and take up all the spaces in the NHS dentistry service, and then we've not got enough money to pay for it, and can we send them all back to Africa? No, it's not as good as that one. Anyway, so the ball came over, and I sort of looked at it kind of sarcastically, and then I dropped my shorts and mooned it. And I thought, there you go, but then I gave the ball away cheaply. In his post-match analysis, Alan Shearer said that I wasn't sarcastic enough to the ball, and that actually I should have mooned at the ball higher up the pitch. And so it was getting a bit, this criticism for Alan Shearer was really getting quite on top of me. So what I've done is I've joined a self-help group. I've gave up football and I've joined a self-help group, and there's me and there's Shostakovich and Rachmaninoff and Mrs. Shearer, because apparently she was getting criticised for not pressing Alan's trousers high enough up the ironing board. But so yeah. But the boss, he came and saw us and he persuaded us to come back, and so what he did was he altered the formation a bit. That he put Shostakovich wide out in the right and Rachmaninoff sort of wide out in the left, and he had Beethoven and Mozart. They were kind of playing the two holding sort of midfielders, and he put me into that number 10 role, that role where you get into those little pockets of space, because I've got pace to burn, and so he put me there, and I scored my first goal of the season, and which I was pleased about. In his post-match analysis, Alan Shearer thought that the goal was offside, and Phil Neville, he thought that hippopotamuses weren't as tall as giraffes, and so VAR had a look at that to see how tall giraffes were, and come back and agreed with Phil Neville, but that giraffes were taller than hippopotamuses, and but Gary Lineker felt that Phil was being a bit sizist. So there you go. Anyway, I went into a pet shop the other day, and I purchased a squirrel, nice wee chap, nice and cuddly. I called him Vladimir. He was lovely looking. And but I saw a label on his leg that said "may contain nuts," And I thought, well, hang on a minute, I can't eat him for dinner because I don't know, I might have a nut allergy. I've never been tested for that. So I just went home and I left the squirrel and I just went home and I ate the pet guinea pig instead. So, just to be on the safe side, like, you know. And every year, the family and I, we like to go a holiday abroad, and this year we set out to go to the former Yugoslavia, and it was the resort of Dubrovnik. Yeah. But Ryanair had other plans for us. Anyway, I was watching a political show the other day, and Jacob Rees-Mogg was on it, and I thought, isn't that a shame? I mean, he's such a derided character. I mean, it's a shame. I mean, he's got a lot to put up with, because not only is he gay, but he's black as well. Now, I hear you saying, no, hang on a minute, I mean, surely he's white. I mean, we've seen him, he's white. No, what he does is he uses white makeup to cover up his black skin, because he's just, all the ridicule and abuse he's taken over the years, he's ashamed of his race. And I mean, it's really quite sad that he's had to tolerate, he's had to put up with sort of abuse from intolerant religious people who claim to be Christians. It's just so sad, it really is. But I hope that he gets over it and he's able to lead a sort of normal life like the rest of us. But sad to say, I mean, he's not alone. I've got this letter here. Now, I hasten to add, I'm not an agony aunt, but I received this letter. It's simply because I speak out a lot about this kind of stuff, racism and all that. So I got this letter. It's quite heartbreaking, actually, but bear with me. Dear Jerry, I have for a number of years been an Asian woman trying to live a normal, happy life here in the UK. Initially, things were not too bad, but recently things have just become intolerable. People have been stuffing letters and greeting cards into my mouth, and I have been arrested on a number of occasions suspected of various bank jobs. It became so intolerable that I took the extreme steps to A. Dye my hair blonde so that I look like a member of the Aryan race. B. Had gender altering surgery to become a man. And C. I use whitening makeup so that I look white and not Asian. I know this seems extreme, but the abuse I have suffered was so hurtful I became suicidal. I had to do something to try and lead a normal life. Yours sincerely, Ms. B. Johnson, Esquire. Bit of confusion there, but anyway. So, I mean, there you go. I mean, that's quite a heartbreaking letter. And I hope it's something that we can all learn from. To try and be a bit more tolerant. But, the other night there was a knock at the door and I went out and there was two policemen standing, and they told me that there'd been a very serious incident in the neighbourhood recently, and they were sort of doing their door-to-door inquiries and just asking people what they were doing and had they seen anything, as they went about their daily business. So as you would expect, they sort of asked me if I could sort of tell them about my movements in the last day or two. And so I said, it was Tuesday evening particularly they were interested in. I says, Tuesday, I had constipation. I says, so not a lot happened there. And I says, but I did manage a wee, and I says my urine was a sort of natural colour, so I was quite happy with that. So they just left it there, but I was happy hell, God, it was Christmas here, wasn't it? And where did it go? It's a blur. But I went to my granddaughter's school nativity playing. I says, what part are you playing? She says, I'm one of the shepherds. I said, that's excellent. Oh, women can be shepherds as well, equality and all that. So I went, and it was great watching all the kids doing all this, the whole nativity playing. Then the final scene with Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus, and the two shepherds and the three wise men, and the ox and the ass, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And but in his post-nativity play analysis, Alan Shearer felt that the three wise men were too further. They should have been playing a flat back three and been further back in the stable, because we're leaving too many gaps at the back, and the shepherds couldn't have played wide on the right, and then Mary and Joseph could have played the sort of holding midfield two, and let baby Jesus get forward, into that number 10 role where into the little pockets of space, because baby Jesus he's got pasty burn, and that's what Alan felt. He just felt that things weren't quite right. Or indeed he says what they could have done. Gary Lineker was really interested in this. What they could have done was that he could have had, the two shepherds and Mary and Joseph playing a sort of diamond in the middle of the park, a diamond shape, and the baby Jesus could still go forward into that number 10 role. That one where he get in the little pockets of space, and because he's got pasty burn. And because Alan's always felt that, in nativity plays that the three wise men are always too further forward, leaving gaps at the back for people who's running behind. So there you go, that was that. There were two penguins talking to one another at a zoo, and one says to the other, he says, it's amazing, he says, all these people come here, he says, and there's all these different animals, and they come to look at the animals, but they're fascinated by us. There are loads of other animals, but they're fascinated by us. He says, he says, I mean, we don't really do anything. He says, well, maybe, we just lie by the pool all day and, and basically do nothing. Well, we maybe do the odd trick or that keeps them amused, but we actually do nothing. And we live here for free, and it's great. And he says, but they're keen to, they want to see us, and they're taking photographs of us, and they're showing the photographs of their friends, look what we saw the day, and it's just, and as I say, we live here, and we don't do anything. I mean, and it's all paid for. It's, the zoo is paid for by the taxpayer. And it's just, and yet they want to come and see us and get all excited. Don't get it, he says, just don't get it. And there's two members of the royal family were talking, and one said to the other, so anyway, the ball came over, and Mother Teresa nodded it down to Sister Rachel, who slotted it sideways to Father Aloysius, who basically swept it into the net for his first goal of the season, because he was playing that, that number 10 role where he got little pockets of space, because Father Aloysius he's got pasty burn, and I mean, St Thomas Aquinas would normally have been playing that role, but he's got a hamstring injury. And but VAR had a look at it, and the goal was ruled offside because his cassock was in an offside position. I mean, his crucifix was sort of level with the last man, but the wind must have just caught his cassock. It just kind of strayed offside, so VAR ruled it out. And so, I mean, that was a shame. But in his post-match analysis, Alan Shearer felt that the decision was a bit harsh, because only last week the Bishop of Durham, when he was playing for Queen's Park Rangers, scored a goal from a similar position, and indeed his castle looked as though it was offside, but it wasn't in an unnatural position, so the goal stood. And so Alan felt that decision was a bit harsh on Father Aloysius. That Phil Neville, he thought that door handles were very useful for getting in and out of rooms. And I'm thinking of switching from being a Catholic to being a Buddhist, because the Buddhists believe in reincarnation, and I don't know how it's happened, but I've built up a stack of bags for life that I need to use up somehow. And so the only thing is I need to be buried with the bags for life, which means that that's plastic going to landfill, which isn't really a good idea, is it? Anyway, I was in Milan on holiday, and I wanted to go to the Santa Maria del Grazie convent just to look at it. It's a marvellous building. There's all these frescoes in the chapel on the walls, beautiful frescoes. And I thought, oh, I want to go and see these. And then of course this convent actually hosts the famous Leonardo da Vinci painting The Last Supper. And I thought, oh, well, I need to go and see that. So I was standing there and I was looking at this painting of The Last Supper, and I was just marvelling at it. And Alan Shearer, he appeared at my back and he said, look at that, he says, the apostles, they've just parked the bus. They're playing every man behind the ball. He said, how do they expect to win games with just playing every man behind the ball? He says, for example, he says, Judas Iscariot, okay, he was expensive, he did cost a lot of money, but he could have played him in the number 10 role, you know, that where there's little, you get into these little pockets of space, because Judas Iscariot, he's got pace to burn. He says he could have played him there. He says, instead of this negative 10 men behind the ball, he can't count, by the way, Alan Shearer, he's talking about 10 men at apostles, he can't count. You know, and so Phil Neville, he said that it was good that the pictures were hung on the wall the right way up, so it kind of made them easy to see. Anyway, I think I'm done. Hope you enjoyed it. Share it with your friends, and just, you know, take care out there. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.